What we do here is go back. What we do here is go back.
It's not on. There we go. Evening everyone, Mike here, Mike's Unboxing Reviews on How To. It is later than expected. 7 minutes past 9. Do apologise. Technical difficulties. Anyone think I've got a tech channel? Seems that for some reason we were dropping frames like crazy, so I've been trying to play around with the settings here. Don't know whether it's the internet problem, whether it's laptop, whatever the case may be, but currently we don't seem to have dropped any frames. I've had to reduce it down to 3.5 megabyte upload or upstream, whatever you call it, and 30 frames per second, so hopefully it should be okay. I did have it set to 25 frames per second, see if that helped, and it just made it an absolute slideshow. And we've changed all the settings, so hopefully it's all okay. Hopefully you can hear me. Yeah, you may, because I was streaming and it was going wrong, YouTube will probably set it to the lowest default, which is like 240p or something, maybe 144p. So click on the settings cog and go up and you should be able to choose 720p or 1080p, which is what, in theory, this should be coming out to. So yeah, Ricardo says, yeah, trying to change the resolution to full HD. Hopefully this should be good. It might work. Audio's good. Well, at least something's working. Audio and video is 10 out of 10. Thank you, Ugly Bob. And Ugly Bob, thank you very much for donating some items for our giveaway, which we'll be doing. Well, we're announcing the giveaway tonight. And also we've got another giveaway as well, which we're doing. And we'll tell you exactly how to go about it and how to try and win said item. Actually, the first one is really easy because at the moment it's on our Discord. So if you go over to
Sorry, go ahead.
Which one's on our Discord? I can't remember what is on there. This week has been absolutely insane. I've been so busy. I am absolutely knackered. Physically, mentally, emotionally. I'm right at the very end of my tether and I'm rubbing my Qlink like crazy. I think I needed like about 6 or 7 of these, like people have their car air fresheners, you know, the magic trees that hang from their mirror, the rear view mirror. I need like about 10 of these things all hanging, which you can do a little bit more cost effectively at the moment because there is a 2-for-1 offer on Qlink. So if you want to get involved, get yourself one. It's in the video description, so you can get yourself 2 Qlinks for the price of 1 Qlink, and yeah, wear 2 at the same time to get extra benefits. There we go. Shield circuits fully activated.
It's the headset, but we haven't.
Oh, the other one, yeah, on our Discord. If you go over to our Discord, the link's just been put in there. We have got a headset which we reviewed. or I've done the video. I haven't fully finished the video yet and uploaded it, so that'll be coming out sometime next week. But I've already put it in our Discord, so if you go to the Discord, in the top left corner, look for giveaways and you'll see it. It is for a wireless set of headphones, which are basically for watching TV, movies, that sort of stuff. They've got like a little charging dock and all that kind of usual stuff, but they're actually really good. Plug it into your TV, optical 3.5mm or phono jacks, and yeah, just leave it there. It charges on the base, so when you want to watch your movies, you just take your headset off the charging base, sit in your favourite comfy chair, such as one from GT Racing, shield circuits activated, and yeah, you can watch your movie as loud as you want with your earphones on without pissing off all the people around you. Awesome stuff. Tested, approved, and yeah, I like them. The only thing I didn't like is the colour, but you'll see that when it comes to the review. So anyway, if you want to get involved and potentially win that, we will be doing the draw basically the week after the video goes live. So go over to the Discord, go into the giveaways channel. There's an emoticon at the bottom of the kind of the entry. Basically just click on there and then that will mean that you're entered into the draw. Happy? Know what I'm talking about? Because I bloody don't. I literally do not know what time of day it is. I am so wrecked. I don't know. My eyes are like on springs or bang, all over the place. Managed to film two videos today. Done 2 videos today and then straight into the live stream, and then potentially after the stream we'll go into our usual Discord shenanigans. So if you want to join us after the stream for a little bit more chat and a little bit more banter, then feel free to do so. The only thing we do request if you're going to be in the chat and our Discord is you've got a microphone, so obviously we can speak to you, etc, etc. We don't want people just hanging around lurking, listening, because it's a conversation. Get involved. Don't be a dick. Got it? Okay, got it. So let's say some quick hellos to those of you that are in the cacophony of chat. They want me to start at the top?
Yeah, I did see that somewhere.
Jesus, okay. For my subscribers, I will do anything. And talking of subscribers, we just hit another milestone yesterday. 44,000 subscribers. There's a lot of sad and lonely people out there, clearly. And probably a lot of people that want to have information about technology from a slightly unbiased source. I am somewhat of a AMD shill, so they don't pay me though, so actually how can I be a shill? A fanboy probably. That makes more sense. J Rich says, where's the Carlsberg? Yeah, that is a good question actually. Where is the Carlsberg?
Do you want one?
Yeah, go on then, let's have a Carlsberg. Let's get the Carlsberg started. So because I had to close down YouTube Studio and reopen it, some of your messages may not be in there, so I do apologise for those of you that I don't mention. So got Mythic 107, Mythic 017. This has started badly. Ghost Adder, Sky Stalkers in the house, ClickTech Kev, Ugly Bob, of course, the gorgeous, strapping man that is Ugly Bob.
Uggs.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we call him Uggs. That's Kath's nickname for him.
Oh, left the light on.
Kath and Ugly Bob have this thing going on together, so I'm keeping out of it, let him get on with it. Ghost Adder says, Mike, late again. Yeah, it's fashionable to be late. You should know these things. Who else have we got in there? Dave Bell. Doriantia Wooler. Oh, I probably got that completely wrong. I do apologise. I sometimes get that right. Not often. Sky Stalker says, Aletta, Liano, get out of my sex life. Okay, there's me demonetized straight away. Let's have a beer to celebrate. What are we all drinking tonight, everybody? Sorry, headphone users. Cheers, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving to those of you who are in the United States of America. God bless you. Lovely jubbly. Just for those of you that are new to the channel and don't know what this is all about, on a Saturday evening, we do a live stream for mostly for the subscribers, the loyal. Obviously, it's open to anyone. You can join whenever you want to and join in with some of the chat. So there will be some kind of in-jokes between us, like on the Discord, etc. Potentially, there will be some profanities and some potential adult content. So obviously, if you are offended by those types of things, or you're offended by alcohol, or a stupid, slightly old balding man on the internet, then please do go somewhere else. But for those of you who do enjoy that kind of thing, stick around and we're going to have some fun tonight. I'm determined to have some fun tonight. Domas Mark. You don't pronounce the E, I don't think. Says, hello everybody. Jam Minecraft says hi. Calf's about to sneeze. Captain Meets Adventures, say hey, unboxers. Pierre Plays YouTube. Says, all back with tea and toast. Not started yet? Good. No, I'm late. I'm late for everything. Anyone who's ever worked with me or has spent much time with me will know that I am basically late for everything. So, one of my first jobs, my boss said to me, because I was being late all the time, said, look, next time you're late, don't bother coming in. I didn't.
6 months.
6 months I didn't go in for. That was pretty impressive. Then I crawled back to them after 6 months and said, any chance I have my job back? They're like, yeah, sure. Okay. Good work. Yeah, I am genuinely late for most things. Click Tech Kev, first question to Mike, why are you always bloody late? I think it's because I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist, but I do like to do things in a certain order. Maybe it's a slight hint of autism or OCD or whatever. And I like to do things in a certain order. So even if I'm late for work and I haven't done my routine, which is basically get up in the morning, have a shower, get dressed, have a drink, take a shit, all that kind of stuff, generally in that order. Because taking a crap in the shower is just disgusting, and it's really hard to stuff it down the plug hole with your foot, and then you've got to wash your foot again. So,
although you did tell my mum you did that.
Advised against that, definitely. Yeah, that is generally why I'm late, because I do things in a certain order, and I'm not one of these people that if I'm late for work, I'll just like chuck on some clothing and run out the door. Still got to get up, have my shower, and all that kind of usual. I can't not do it. It's just OCD, and it happens for everything: work, YouTube. You name it. I'll be late for my own funeral. I will, definitely. Now, for those of you, those of you that are new to the channel, God bless you and welcome. If you're wondering what the hell that stupid light is, that is the bat light, which signals to let me know there's been a super chat. And that way I've got to go all the way back down to the bottom and read it. Oh, and someone else has done one as well. Ugly Bob. And super chat comment is, I can't believe I'm missing I'm a Celebrity for this. Yeah, that really is a tough toss-up, isn't it? Where would you rather be, a wet Welsh castle or a slightly damp, mild Bristol with a slightly, well, extremely balding Bristolian? Yeah, that is a tough call. Although Shane Ritchie's sweaty knackers after a couple of weeks in there, I think you're safer off with me. Click Tech Kev's chucked £2 in the kitty as well and says it's only a highlight show, Bob. Ah, yeah, good reason. I haven't got a TV license anymore, so I can't watch it. Apparently, it's not a lot's changed. It's just got darker and wetter
And more clothed.
and more clothed. Yeah. Who else we got to say hello to? Tristan G says, Mike late because time is on your side. It's not. Click Tech F says, washing your hair. Yeah, definitely. That's also a very time consuming process. Trying to actually find the follicles to wash is
You still wash your hair
difficult.
Night.
I do wash my hair. Well, I wash my face and my hair.
Extended head.
Yeah, it's just like, you wash your face and it's like stop when I get to the hairline. I was like, oh, I'll be down by my back somewhere. Oh dear. And then I got another super chat come in from our good friend over in the United States of Canada. $10 Canadian, and says, I am always early because I'm paranoid. Some things I am early for. Generally I'm early for things like an interview for a job. But other than that, that's it. Oh dear, the cats are fighting.
Live audience tonight.
We've got a live audience. I've got all 3 cats watching on the sideline.
Can you put the camera on them?
No. None of them have super chatted me. Swines. They'll be wanting some food. Anyway, so tonight's stream, got nothing really planned. Quite typical for me. And actually, I've been so busy today, I haven't had time to even think about what's going on. We had yesterday, which was crazy because we had Black Friday, which I think actually for most people was a complete washout. It was for me. I didn't find anything in the stores at all, I don't think. Did I buy anything? I don't think I did. Oh, I did. I bought some CBD oil for my eyes because they're so sore. Pierre Plays YouTube's chucked £2 in the kitty and says, "You do polish your head." I don't. No, I don't polish my. I don't polish it. No. I'm I'm quite lucky that it's self-polishing. It's more of a greasy haze than polish, but the same effect under bright lights. You know it is. Well, you don't, because obviously you're a female and you've got plenty of hair. But yeah, other than that.
And plenty of moustaches.
Skystalker says Black Friday sucked. It did. It sucked majorly. Paul UTB says, "Who cares if you're late, Mike? Just get the beers in." Yeah, that's the way it should be. Muckless is in the house, and Kev says turtle wax. I have actually tried detailing spray on my head as a bit of a joke, and yeah, it doesn't work particularly well. Not to be advised. It's okay for car bodies and stuff, and general stuff, but don't use it on your head. Yeah, Black Friday was an absolute crap storm. It really was. I ended up buying everything before Black Friday anyway, because we've had kind of Black Month, well, Black Year really. It's been absolutely insane. Ugly Bob says, "Please, you're feeling better, Mike." Yeah, last week was horrible. I had some, I don't know if it's because I overate or whatever, but I was sat here doing the stream and it's like, oh, I've got these chest pains. And I thought, I don't want to die on a stream because that's just really bad juju. I don't want to be doing that. It's probably quite upsetting for you guys. And probably quite upsetting for Kath because she didn't know how to stop a stream. So yeah, it'll just be completely going until the paramedics come and cart my sorry ass into an ambulance.
Turn the camera off, wouldn't I?
Yeah, she just go, turn the camera off.
Put the lens cap.
Take the super chat money and run. Thank you for the super chat there, Bob. And also Alan, the Brighton allotment guy. £2 super chat says, "What is the next gaming PC you're going to build?" Live. It said live, and that confused me. Yeah, I was going to see how this stream went, to see if it were, I don't know whether it was like a panic attack or something that I had last week. I really don't know. It kind of subsided after about 2 or 3 hours after the stream. So I don't think it was like a panic attack, because normally those go relatively soonish. But it was just like a really, really bad pain just under my ribcage, like centralized. And for most people, like, you get to a certain age, like me, and you're thinking, oh my God, like, time's up, hello, McFly, what's going on? So yeah, I was a little bit concerned. It was a bit I was in discomfort, basically. So I figured I'd just wrap things up, bring it to a halt.
YouTube.
Daisy, leave Flame alone. He has got a head, and it has got feelings inside that little head.
You need to stab him.
No need to stab him. Dear.
Very sharp claws.
I feel like one of those ringmasters at a WWE thing. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, I was getting real bad chest pains anyway. So yeah, I figured I'd just call it a day and see how it goes. And so we'll do a stream tonight, see how things are. Hopefully I managed to make it through it in one piece without having to call the emergency services. But we got our Qlink, we got our Carlsberg. Kath's there ready with the jump leads from the battery from the car. So if everything goes pear-shaped, we're all good.
Jean says you don't look a day over 60.
Jean? Who's Jean? God damn it.
Get on with your questions.
Jean, you don't look a day over 60. Hey, if anyone's going to take the mickey out of me in my stream, it's going to be me.
Me.
But thank you.
And Ugly Bob.
This week I've actually felt like I'm way, way over 60. Like, I'm just past my mid-40s. And yeah, this week has been very, very hardcore. Anyway, to discuss what... Oh, interrupted by the... Oh, why was that not come up on the thing?
It's Kieran.
Oh, there we are. Kieran Atkinson, God bless you, Kieran. £2 UK. I got a 2700X to replace my 3400G. That is some replacement. You've gone from kind of very entry-ish level to boom, loads of cores. That'd be a nice upgrade. Just make sure you get some decent cooling on that, otherwise it will melt. they do run rather warm. Yeah, so try and answer some questions in a kind of logical order. So where shall I start? Okay, so yeah, this week very, very busy. Things we've had in. We've actually been an amazing week. We've got some seriously good stuff coming up. Got some really good content, or at least I think it is, so hopefully you guys will as well. There's some not so good content, like me basically selling out with the Qlinks. Don't forget, buy one, get two. I struggled with that in the video. I was like, buy one, get two. No, pay for two, get one. It's like, no, that's not right, surely. No, that's really bad. Yeah, buy two, get one free. No, that's not right either. Buy one, get two. Yeah, buy one, get one free. That was it. And I got it finally. It's like, oh man, this is going to be a long ass video. Anyway, shilling aside. So this week we've had in, I've got a Corsair. I've got the IQ 220T in white. Also to go with that, we've got the Corsair H100i RGB Pro Platinum, which is, like, in my opinion, is probably the best of the H100 versions. Really, really nice. So we're going to be doing that. That is going to be in a kind of live-ish build. So our son George, it was his birthday back in January, and we didn't buy him anything because COVID and all these things kicked off, and it's like, well, what do you want for your birthday? Oh, I don't know.
So we were going to get him a personalised number plate.
We were going to buy him a personalised plate for his car, and he just passed his test and all that stuff. Well, he passed the test ages ago, but he just got a car, so we were going to get him a private plate for his car, but then he decided he didn't really want that. So it's like, well, what do you want? He's like, well, I don't know. So it's kind of rolled on, and eventually it's like, his PC is getting really warm. He has got a 2700X in his S340 case, so it's getting a little bit toasty in there. So he's got a new case that he's chosen and a cooler, so we said we'll spend about 200 quid. So that is what he decided to go with. So looking forward to doing the build in that. That is going to be awesome. And the H100i, the Platinum RGB, at the moment is on a really, really good deal on Amazon.co.uk. Just a shade under £100, which actually, yeah, chuck over, Kath. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a shufty.
Daisy's been asleep on it.
Daisy's been asleep on it, so it's probably got cat hairs all over it. But this is the beastie. You can see that. So yeah, H100i RGB Platinum. So you get the ML120 fans, I believe they are. Or the MLs, not the LLs, because the LLs are the ones that I prefer, but that is a really expensive version. That's like a 70 quid version. You got the RGB doodah, pump head, all that sort of stuff. God, struggling now. But yeah, this is, I think this is brilliant. For 100 quid on the market, there isn't really a great deal else with the same amount of RGB and kind of, well, compatibility, I suppose, with the Corsair system. That is what it comes down to. He's got Corsair Platinum RGB RAM. Obviously, he's got going to be having the 220T case, and with this in it as well. So yeah, I think it's going to look really, really nice. This is going to be top mounted rather than front mounted. I think that's going to work out for the best. But again, you can join us for the video. We'll do an unboxing on this anyway. We'll do an unboxing and a review of the case, and then we'll do a separate build when we put all of his stuff and transfer it over, and see how all that goes. So yeah, hopefully you'll be joining us for the next one. As far as RGB 240mm all AIOs go, for 100 quid, I think this is a really, really good value for money. You've got other things like, you've got the Arctic, the 240, but it's got no RGB. And the hoses on it, with the grey and the whites, I think, no, it doesn't work for me. So anyway, that's going to be coming up very, very soon. Well, hopefully very soon. At the moment, I've got about 5 or 6 videos actually already made and uploaded, ready to go. So I kind of did it with the idea of, with the whole kind of human malware thing going around, if I do get a little bit sick or whatever and I don't feel like doing a video, at least I've got a few in reserve so I can just release some. Some of them are actually really handy little tips and tricks, like, you know, the kind of Windows desktop type stuff, which I know some of you guys really do appreciate. And actually, those sorts of videos generally tend to get quite a lot of views because they last the test of time. Normally, there's like things, Kath calls them their
showers and growers.
Yeah, they're not showers, they're growers. Was it growers?
Yeah, they're growers.
They're growers, not showers, that's it. So
they don't get
some videos you can release, like this week we've done a couple which have been really good. The Wi-Fi card one was really good, that did really well. and also, what was the other one? Oh, the £1,000 Xmas PC list. That went down a storm and people were enjoying that, so that got really good numbers, but they do tail off because obviously times change. But with Windows 10, because things mostly tend to stay mostly the same, you can release a video on how to do something and it will just keep on going and going and going and build up. And in fact, probably the most viewed videos on the channel have actually been those kind of how-to videos. Ironically, it was for an Android phone, no sounding calls. That video's got, I think, like 1.7 million views so far, which is like, if you consider that the entire channel has only had 17 million views, that's a massive chunk considering we've done like 1,000 videos. So yeah, that one's done particularly well.
And that was the first video we did on that camera.
Yeah, first video we did on the Lumix G7 camera. So that video has paid for itself. Well, yeah. I'm trying to think how much money we actually made on that video, but considering how quick and easy it was relatively to film and edit, and the information was like really easy because it's something that I'd been doing, the cost of the camera, at 500 quid at the time, I think we've easily covered the price of the camera in that video alone. So it's done all right. Oh, Gene says your video on flashing motherboards was great. Those are really, yeah, those are growers as well, because you do a motherboard BIOS flash. I try and get the motherboards a little bit earlier to try and stay a little bit ahead of the curve if I can. Some of them have been like old ones, so the Tomahawk ones, I bought that board like ages after, but almost at the end of the Tomahawk run really, and that's done fantastically well and still gets loads and loads of views. And those of you that are on our Discord will know that we've actually added a new channel to the Discord purely for BIOS update tech support. So if you're one of those people that are having problems with, it seems Gigabyte boards at the moment seem to be probably the biggest problem. Asus have been problematic. It seems Gigabyte are now taking the throne of dodgy BIOS flashes. So yeah, if you want to find out more and you want some help or a bit of guidance with your BIOS flashing, yeah, head over to the Discord and either myself or one of our fantastic experts will try and guide you through the process. To be honest with you, most of it is relatively straightforward. It's just being logical about it. When you're a bit naive or a bit green to it and you're not too sure what's going on, it's really nice just to have a friendly person to kind of walk you through the steps and so you don't make a mistake. Because we've all been there where we've tried to do something and we're rushing and we're panicking and like, oh God, it's loads of money tied up in our components. So it's just nice to have a helpful holding hand to take you through it. And you can share photos. So if you're not sure, you can take a screenshot, post it, and we can say, well, yeah, click on the second one down, all that kind of stuff. It's just really cool. It's really easy. It's helpful. And I said it so many times and I'll say it again. The guys and girls that are in our Discord, you're amazing. Literally, you are amazing. There's notable mentions to Seam at Night, Ghost Adder, Dave Aitken, Skystalker, God, I'm missing out tons and tons of names, just ones that I can remember off the top of my head that I've seen in here. Got Glenn, who's been doing his work, he's been doing his drive-in today actually, is Tour de France type, not Tour de France, 24-hour Le Mans. He does great work on there. Mark, MCE, the other Dave, Akia Shadow, Ghost Adder, who else is there? Ubi-Wan Kenobi. The list goes on. Cathug, yeah, tons and tons of you. Again, if I've missed anyone out, I do apologise. It's not intentional. It's just, this is live. I'm not reading from a list. It's just straight off the top of my head. So yeah, you guys, awesome. Kath and I, and all the people that use Discord, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. See, Kath actually spoke on camera and said thank you.
Sometimes I speak. Ray D asked, what mouse are you using?
What mouse am I using? That is the Rio Toro Orox, which is actually reduced in price heavily at the moment. On Amazon, you can pick this up for about £15–20, which is really good. I love it. It's got the PixArt 3860 sensor, I believe. One of the good ones, anyway. It's a really good mouse. It was about 50 quid when it came out, but it's dropped down to sub-zero pricing. I really like it.
Vibe said, will you be possibly reviewing the Landley Lancall 215?
Good question. Will I be reviewing the Lancall 215? Yes, I will. It is currently there. Literally there.
Video's made, not released.
The video has been made, not released yet. So that's going to be a two-parter. So I've done the usual unboxing like I do with all of them, gone through pros, cons, etc. and my kind of expectations and thoughts Since then, I've done the build in it, and some of my initial thoughts, I gotta be honest, when I did the review, you probably tell from this is a bit of a spoiler for you guys that haven't seen the video, because it's not been released, so you can't. Obviously, Patreon members will get to see it early, so if you're a Patreon member, we thank you very much, and you will get early access to those videos anyway. The Landcall 215, it was, sometimes when you're buying computer stuff, you look at something or you fixate on something, you're like, yes, I really want that, I really, really want it. And then you get it and you're kind of a little bit underwhelmed. And then you actually start using it and you're like, actually, I'm glad I bought that. And the Landcall 215 is definitely in that category where I kind of fixated on it a little bit. It's very, very similar to the GameX F15, which you can see in reviews up here, which we'll add in later. But I don't know how, but they've managed to add a layer of quality to the case using exactly the same chassis design, but with a few little subtle tweaks and a few changes, and it's a much, much better case. It does have a few features missing, but the overall package for me, for the £70 that I paid for it, was like 60 quid plus 10 quid postage. Definitely worth looking at. Now, I've seen loads of reviews of it already, which has made me think about getting it. And I was like, but I really want it. I really want to try it. And doing the unboxing, I was like, God, this is getting worse and worse. But now actually using it and playing with it and actually having my system in it, I'm just looking at it, admiring it. It does feel like a more grown-up PC, which is weird because it's the same chassis, but it just feels polished, I suppose is the word I would use. So anyway, if you're looking at getting one, definitely get it.
Thanks to Gary.
Gary sent us $10 and says, thank you for the Qlink discount. Hey, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get some benefits out of it. I hope, well, I've got a video coming out, it'll probably come out tomorrow morning or something, just so catch you Sunday morning people with your hangovers. And you're thinking, oh God, why do I do this? Why do I feel so bad? That's probably a good time to release a Qlink video because you'd be like, oh, I'll get a Qlink, I won't get hangovers anymore. Fact checker, Qlink will not stop you having hangovers, okay? It might do actually. I haven't had a hangover in a long time. There's something to test out. So that'll be out tomorrow. The, yeah, basically to summarise, the Landcall 215, if you're considering it, just get it. I don't see any downsides. The fans in it are better than the version in the GameX F15, even though they're the same fans appearing. They look the same, they've got the same frame, they've got the same blades, but they don't sound as noisy. They're less clicky, which I like. The RGB controller is not as good, but there's pluses and pros and cons for that anyway. So, yes. Skystalker says, let me see, Mike. Oh yeah, Qlink about the hangover, I guess that is.
No, that was your case, I think.
Oh, the case, I don't think I can show it because I haven't got the other camera plugged in. And it'll be a bit difficult to do that. Maybe I'll show it later in the Discord chat so you can have a look. But it's pretty decent.
Renew reviews, would you say? Well, you can read it.
I can't, I don't think.
Too many numbers and letters.
There's lots of things going on here. So anyway, yeah, that's going to be coming up very soon. What else do we do? We did the iMute Bullet 2C, which is pretty cool. I like that. Really good Wi-Fi camera. If you want one, check out the video. The Noctua NF-A20 Black Swap, which is going to be for Project Stealth. Which Project Stealth is turning out to be somewhat of a pain in the stones. It really is. Trying to get those 200mm fans to fit in a case is not as easy as I first thought without the use of a Dremel and potentially a hacksaw. So yeah, that is to be continued, definitely. Yeah, that answers that. Oh, I did buy a motherboard as well from eBuyer. The MSI B550 Gaming Plus Wi-Fi. And there was a special offer, so it's like £139.99, but with a £27 discount from MSI, like a rebate. Plus you get a copy of the latest Assassin's Creed game. So I was figuring, well yeah, for what is £112, It's actually a bloody good board, kind of Tomahawk level features of it, VRM, etc, etc. So yeah, not a million miles off, decent all-round board. So I figured, yeah, what the hell, I'll get it, give it a try. And it said they're due in on Wednesday, expected delivery Thursday, so cool, I can live with that. Get it for Friday, maybe do a live build on the stream. Still, it is now Saturday evening and not a single word from eBuyer, nothing in their account stuff. You can log into eBuyer and see what's going on. And actually it was weird because when I said I bought it, I said I bought it off eBuyer, and Ghost Adder in our Discord chat said, oh God. And I was like, what, are they bad? Have you had experiences? So yeah, eBuyer, I've bought stuff from before quite a few times, and generally it's turned up like next morning. I've ordered it like 6, 7 o'clock, even 9, 10 o'clock at night, and it's turned up the next morning. Obviously we've got the human malware thing going on, so that does come into effect a little bit, but just something, just an email or a notification to say, look, we're really sorry, we haven't received the delivery. Do you want to cancel the order? Do you want to keep it on file? What do you want to do? But nothing at all. So I'm a little bit disappointed. So we'll see, we will see. Where else was I getting with stuff that I was talking rubbish about? So yeah, case, that. So yeah, we're going to do a head-to-head as well. The GameMax F15 versus the Lancool 215. We'll do a direct head-to-head and comparisons. There are some comparisons made in the video anyway, the review video. But I wanted to do an exact stand-by-side kind of bit so you can see what the pros and cons are. Because I think most people are quite keen on the 215. It is a really nice design, it's a very good price point, it's got fantastic airflow, but it's not always available, it's quite often sold out, whereas the GameMax F15 does seem to be in relatively good supplies. So yeah, potentially swings and roundabouts, you may prefer one over the other. One thing I did like about the GameMax one is it's got more USBs on the top, which if you do plug a lot of USBs in, which some of us do, like headset, microphone, webcam, memory cards, etc., memory sticks, that can be useful. That is a bit of a downside on the Lancool, but I'm not going to give too much away because obviously you can see that in the review, even though I don't think I discussed that a great deal. Did I? Can't remember. What else did we get this week, Kath? Oh, these have just come in today from a company called Jim, or Gim. These are
I didn't see them come.
what I can only say are probably the cheapest set of RGB, addressable RGB fans with a controller that I've seen in a long, long time. Now these, from what I can tell from the links they've sent me, these are £17 for 3 fans and a controller. Now in theory, you'd think, Mike, £17 for 3 fans and a controller, they're gonna be shit. But I've actually had a quick gander at them, and actually, they don't look too bad. The controller's a little bit on the garish side, but it ticks pretty much most of the boxes that I can tell. So you can plug up to 10 fans in there, plus an additional 2 RGB strips.
How many pins on the fans?
They're 6 pins, unfortunately, so you're going to be limited to using the fans that are in here, or basically any of the other 6-pin fans. So the Sahara fans will fit in here, the Pirate turbos. I'm trying to think of the other ones. Some of the Aero Cool ones will fit in there. There's a load of GameMax ones that will fit in there as well. So essentially the 6-pack, but 17 quid. Like, you could buy 2 packs of this, £34, quick maths, and you can have a full case of RGB addressable fans.
Plug them in.
And they actually seem to be pretty decent. Got plenty of blades on there, and just like, this is a stupid test, but I always do it. Every single fan I get, literally just hold it and spin the blades gently. And you can get an idea of roughly what the airflow is going to be like, because if you can do that and you feel a decent breeze behind it, then they're going to work well. And these, surprisingly, they do feel like they're going to work really well. So I'm really excited to see what these actually turn out like. I haven't got a case to put them in as such at the moment, so that's kind of a work in progress. But it's got all the usual stuff on there. So you've got your pass-through for your RGB, so you can connect it up to your motherboard. There doesn't appear to be a PWM pass-through that I can see. So that is potentially an issue, although most people these days just set their fans and we're done with it. So yeah, it doesn't appear to be Oh, let's take them out. Ooh, nearly did align us. So you've got 3 fans, ooh, and obviously you've got the remote controller, which actually has got an absolute ton of buttons on, which you don't normally get. So you've got the fan plus and minus, so a speed plus and minus, which is always a good thing to see. I hate the fixed speed fans; they are absolute rubbish. You've got a DIY mode for RGB. You've also got motherboard pass-through, all the different things. Add DIY, delete DIY, RGB. You've got music ones as well, so you can actually get it to sync to music or movies, which is all pretty decent. But yeah, I'm actually I'm looking forward to these. These are going to be interesting because 17 quid.
Dollars, do you know?
I think like $25. I think it's not a lot. It does seem to be pretty cheap for what it is. And if they're good and they actually do move a little bit of air, it definitely works for me. Because if you're doing a budget build system, say for instance with one of the Ions cases, for example, that would be the makings of a really nice little setup. So nice little cheap case, spend about 20 quid on the fans, 3 fans up front, maybe the standard ones on the rear. It's got the makings of a nice little case, nice little system. And if you go for one of those kind of Lian Li rip-offs, there's a few cases out there which look like the 01111 or whatever it is, the XL, you know, the glass thing. There's a couple of those out there at the moment for about 70 odd quid. Fake ones, kind of rip-offs, Antec do one as well, I think. And it's good because you can get a case for 60 odd quid, which looks really nice, but then you've got to populate it with fans. So really you need at least 6 fans, maybe 9. So 9 fans, if you're buying Corsair ones, seriously, you're gonna have to like cough up a kidney or something, because those are damn expensive, like 100 quid for 3, whereas less than 20 quid for 3. So unless they're absolutely junk, which I don't think they're gonna be, they've got an RPM of, where is it? Maximum RPM of 1200 RPM, and they do have a 0 rating, so possibly with the controller they will go down to 0 speed. That'd be interesting to see. And a noise rating of 23 decibels, which is pretty good. Air volume 33 CFM, which isn't brilliant, but it's certainly passable. Hydro bearing. Yeah. Happy days. I think they're going to be really good. Might even fire those up later. But anyway, getting a bit off topic here. 676. Mike, please see my question that I send. Okay, let's have a look. Why is my my things have gone? Gene says, had a problem buying fans off eBay. They claim they were 4-pin. They came in 3-pin. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of that at the moment. There's a big misconception between fan headers and fan types. You get the 3-pin ones, which are kind of, technically they are a PWM style connector, but they're only wired for 3-pin, so they're essentially working on voltage, which actually is fine, because all you need to do is go into your motherboard BIOS, go into the individual fan headers and set it to DC mode rather than PWM, and then go back into your motherboard and software, and then do the fan kind of testing, like I think they call it Fantastic on ASRock and Fan Expert on Asus. Go into there and then it'll read the high and low points, and then they generally work absolutely fine, the same as PWM really. There's not really a great deal of difference in it, but it can be a little bit confusing and a little bit of a pain in the backside. Shanky or Shankle says, still loving my Corsair 4000D. Yeah, that's quite a nice case. James Miscellaneous is in the house. SEMA, urgent, red flashing light, red flashing light, red flashing light, but no super chat, so can't be that urgent. Did I see if I thought I saw a fly then? Can I use DC fan connectors on a fan splitter? It would help a lot as I'm currently building my PC and need to know. Well, it depends on the splitter and it depends on the fans, but if it's just one of those generic fan splitters where it's literally a cable that splits into 2 cables or 3 cables, then yes, they will. As long as your motherboard supports the option to switch between DC or PWM, then yes, basically what I said just now. Simon Arden says, I've just spent the last 5 months helping folks buy 3600 and 1660s, 40 to 80 cheaper than self builds. Yeah, Simon has been working very hard on Hot UK Deals, who we don't like because they banned CAF. Yeah. So screw you, UK Hot Deals.
They won't let people promote you.
Yeah, we're not promoting them anymore. Where are we? Oh yeah, I bought a graphics card. You can't get a good deal these days. This is actually what I was going back to at the beginning of the bloody stream. Obviously, you can't buy graphics cards for love nor money at the moment. It's very, very difficult to do. So I was looking on Facebook Marketplace. This is about a week ago, and I had a few drinks. And there was a Zotac RTX 2060 Super Mini. And I thought that it had the same fans as that were on the 1650 Super, which is in the PC behind me, which makes a little bit too much noise for my liking. So I kind of joked about it. Oh yeah, I could really do with this. It'd be great to upgrade my system, etc. And I kind of, Dave Aitken from our Discord and also a fellow Bristolian, he was tempted to get it as well because it was a local seller. And I was like, oh no, sod that. It's got noisy fans and it's got no overclocking abilities, etc., etc. And I'd had a few drinks, so I kind of didn't think much more of it. And then Friday came and it's like, there's no deals. I cannot seem to buy a graphics card. All the latest releases have sold out in kind of milliseconds, or as we're hearing now, most of the stock have been sold to crypto miners, which is so disheartening. It really is disheartening. So those of us that are kind of supported AMD, ATI, Nvidia, whatever the companies are, over the times, we've supported those companies and we've kind of nailed our flag to the mast, or whatever you call it, and we've kind of fought to the bitter end when people have argued, oh, my car's better, or this car's better, and we've been staunch supporters. Whereas crypto miners couldn't give a rat's ass what brand it is, as long as it's got good hash rates and earns them a ton of cash. So Nvidia and potentially AMD have flogged basically most of their stock of their new cards to contracted miners, which seems terrible, if I'm completely honest with you. So coming up to Christmas, they announce all these cars, they announce these fantastic prices that are kind of 2080 Ti beaters for less than $500. Everyone's like super pumped for it. Loads of people have dumped their old cards thinking they're going to get these new ones. And then Nvidia go, well, sorry, but we have to sell this 250,000 SKUs of cards to these guys over here because they're crypto miners and they deserve it. And if that is the actual case, which is being reported across most of the press at the moment, I think that does suck majorly. And there's people out there like Skystalker, for one. I know he's been desperate to get a card, can't get one for love nor money. There's other people in our Discord. Neep has been trying to get hold of one. There's been a few people that we've seen trying to get one. Dave Aitken struggled at some point, but managed to get one. So yeah, it's really disappointing that they've done that. They could, well, ultimately AMD, Nvidia, they don't care about us. They genuinely don't care about us. They put on all these glitzy shows and this is the technology and this is what we can give to gamers. Truthfully, they do not give a rat's ass about us. They really, really don't. They just want to sell cards. They don't care who sells them. So if they can sell a ton of them in bulk to some traders who are doing crypto, sorry, my microphone's fallen off, they will do, and that will take precedent because they know it's money in the bank. Job done. They don't have to worry about RMAs and all that sort of stuff because obviously miners and stuff are just going to get on with it. Anyway, such is life. So anyway, yeah, moving back. So I bought the. I went back to Facebook Marketplace and I saw that this card was still available, and someone messaged the guy, "Is there any leeway on the price?" But there was no answer, so I just messaged the guy and said, "You still got this thing?" And he's like, "Yeah, still got it. 250 quid for a 2060 Super," which appeared to be in basically out of the box new condition. Now he said he wanted to get rid of it because he's upgraded, he's got himself a new card, and I figured, well, yeah, that's a good enough reason. He must have bought something pretty decent. And generally, people who spend a lot of money on parts tend to look after their stuff. So I figured I'd give it a go. So we agreed on a price. He said he'd deliver it to me as part of the price. We did the deal, put it in the system, and it runs like an absolute dream. And it's actually not far off my 5700 XT. Very, very close in a lot of things. And excuse me, because it's got the RTX support and NVIDIA Voice, and OBS runs really well with it. Excuse me. And also Adobe Premiere loves NVIDIA cards, so it's gone straight into my video editing machine, and it is purring. And it actually does feel very, very smooth. It's a very enjoyable experience in there. So yeah, very happy with that. Awesome.
Mythic.
Okay, I'll have to have a look in a minute. So got the card, 250 quid, job done, happy days. And really, that's the only thing that I've managed to actually buy on Black Friday, which has actually arrived. The only other thing was, well, George's stuff, which is kind of separate, really, because I think we got it on Thursday anyway, whatever the case may be. But yeah, I think that was it. There isn't anything else that's turned up, is there? I know we've had we've had tons and tons of boxes arrive.
Yeah. Should we do it?
Yeah, what was it? Oh yeah, we did have something absolutely mental arrive.
That's Angel stuff.
Yeah, that's Angel stuff. I don't know where it is. It might be. Is it hidden down the back there? There's boxes and boxes everywhere here at the moment. It is ridiculous. What else is in that pile over there?
In what pile here?
There. I think we've done everything there, haven't we?
I think we have.
Yeah. Do you want to get that fired up?
I haven't got the power bank.
It's over there. Kath will get it set up for you, because me showing you it is not going to make any sense at all until you actually see it.
Sorry about noise.
So there is a review coming out for this already, but I've got to show you guys. If you're looking for something for somebody for Christmas, if you're looking for something for the person that has everything, they will not have this. I would almost guarantee they will not have this.
But there's something about it that makes you want it.
There's something, yeah. It's one of those things, it's a really, really boring thing, but it's been changed in such a way that it's so totally unboring, it is mental. You'll see shortly. Kath's getting it set up. Let's have a look at some of your...
Sorry.
Let's have a look at some of your things.
Maybe I should take that out.
F7 is in the house. There's miners less likely to be moaning about driver optimizations or poor ray tracing too. Yeah, there is that to it, definitely. If they're around the same price, what would you get? A 3950X or a 5900X? Realistically, it's going to have to be a 3950X, because you can't get the other chips anyway. They are like rocking horse, what's it? Alexa says, I'm about ready to give up this mundane PC tech life and go back to being a millionaire, lol. Yeah, don't blame you.
Much beer.
Right, let's move that off to the side so it isn't obviously visible. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is the latest in law enforcement. I give you RoboCop. I don't, that's not joking. That's a RoboCop film, this whole thing. I'm an old person. This is a backpack. You know backpacks you carry shit in? How mental is that? This is, you probably noticed already, I've got my Divoom here, which is the Bluetooth speaker, which has got pixel art. And this is its bigger brother. So this is a backpack. It's got straps and everything, so carry it around like you would a normal backpack. But it displays pixel art. Not only that, if you're a cyclist, motorcycle or push bike, it's actually got signals in it. And you can control it from your phone, or there's a little adapter which goes onto your handlebars on your bike. I've got to show you guys this. This is probably one of the coolest things I've seen in a long time. So if you're a cyclist, you will totally get this, because cyclists, it's a risky thing out there. It really is. So where are we? Oh, am I not connected? I don't think I'm connected. Oh, I've turned my Bluetooth off, that's why. This is Bluetooth. Device list, and let's go to Pixio.
Why is the time wrong on it? Is that the date?
Yeah, so we're connected, and there we go. So Let's go to the main one, discover. Oh, I can't remember now. Where is it? Oh, channel. No, not channel. Where are we? No.
How much is it? It is expensive.
It's not cheap. It's not cheap. It's very much not cheap. You know, I can't find the thing now. That is one thing they do need to. Ah, here we are. It's in the channel, obviously. So you can go into signal mode. So if you're turning left or right, you can actually press the button on your handlebar and it'll warn people what you're doing. So you imagine this on the back of your back as you're cycling along. If there's ever an accident and they turn around and say, I didn't see him putting his hand out for a turn signal or whatever, that is not going to happen with this. So you can do that, you can do that, turn the other way. You've got a stop sign, so if you're braking hard, you can click on that. You've got a warning, so if there's a warning up ahead. And another option, if you see a hot girl in a car, or boy, then you can send them a quick heart as well. And I did that to Kath as well. She likes that. And if you've, if you've overtaken someone or cut them up, you can give them a cheeky little, it's bizarre. It is bizarre, it really is. You can do all the usual stuff that you can do on the others, and if you want to, you can just use it as a light. So just choose a color and just use it as a light in a darkened place. Pretty cool. And you got a clock on there, and you've got the date and all that sort of stuff that scrolls. But is that or is that not cool? I love it. I think it's brilliant.
You can play games on it.
Yeah, and you can play games. There's a Tetris game on there and a couple of other games. So you use this as your TV screen and you use your phone as the remote control, and you can basically play Tetris and other games on it. Absolutely insane. Something for the person who has got everything. And actually, it's got a bit of flex to it as well, so it's not like it's overly kind of fragile.
Turn it off, it looks...
Yeah, when you turn it off, I'll go into lighting mode. So turn it off and it just looks like a normal bag. Absolutely incredible. It's all controllable from the Bluetooth menu, and you just plug a power bank in.
Turn it on to the emojis.
Emojis.
Can I take it?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah. So there you go. How cool is that? Where's she going now?
Show an age.
No. Oh, forgot that. So, anyone want to hazard a guess at how much that backpack costs? Without looking it up. It's not cheap. I'll say that now. It is not cheap. Let's see what you guys are... Ooh. Jassot Bassin says, is Far Cry 5 worth $8 on Steam? Hell yeah. Far Cry is an amazing game. Zard's Coin says, "Ayo." Rory O'Donnell says, what's it called? Divoom backpack. Yeah, it's the Divoom Pixio, or Pixo, P-I-X-O-O. James Muslanian says, please leave a like so I can be number 50. Wildlife Snapper 1 says, I think that backpack would be illegal to use on the highway in the UK as it has moving lights on it. I think it's okay as long as it's as a warning light. If you have it in the kind of the Tetris playing mode, it's probably not a great idea. But I think if you have it as an indicator light or as a warning light, I think you'd be absolutely fine. And if you set it to red, if you've got it on your back, it just acts as another rear lamp, essentially. So you should be all right. Just don't switch between it. So... Pierre Plays YouTube says, if it ain't cheap in Mike's eyes, then it's probably 50 quid, lol. Kev says $169. M Silver says 99. Mystic says 350. Actually, some of you are kind of in the ballpark. If you get it from the UK distributor, you can get it for just a shade under £100. So £100 for a good quality backpack isn't that unusual. A good quality waterproof or water resistant backpack of a 17 litre capacity that's actually well made is going to set you back 50, 60 quid easy. So £100 for a backpack, again, is the gift for the person that has everything. Or if someone's into retro stuff, then it's perfect for that. Yeah, you can get a couple of different versions of it. I have seen it in crazy prices as well. There's someone's site is selling it for like $370, which is a little bit insane. ClickTech Kev says it's $169 on the Ditto website. Yeah, weirdly, the Ditto website, if you go to their site, is actually dearer, Divoom, sorry. If you go to the UK distributor, which is divoomuk.com, they sell it cheaper. And Amazon sell it a little bit cheaper as well in some places, so yeah, have a look around. But yeah, 100 quid. It's a bit of fun, isn't it?
Simon asked why I got banned. Can you explain? Spackings.
CAF got banned from Hot UK Deals for promoting my videos, basically, or
if somebody put an offer on.
If someone put a deal on UK Hot Deals and people were saying like, oh, that sounds good, what's it like? CAF would put a link to one of my videos, and because her surname is the same as my surname, they assumed that it was self-promotion, so they banned her.
Without telling me and still sending me the
Yeah.
email.
They didn't. Yeah, they never told her. Matthew Bennett says, evening Mike and Kath, picked up a Ryzen 3500X today for £115. Bargain. Prices are ridiculous. They are ridiculous at the moment. If you're looking at buying, it's not a good time to be buying. It really isn't at the moment. Graphics cards are ridiculous price. Processors, I did the video for the £1,000 Xmas PC list, and when I did it, the 3600 processor was £180, which was quite inflated from what we have here previously. Like 155, 160, 165 is kind of around the average. Now it's £200. So it's gone up £20 in less than a week. Insane. I'm seriously considering, I can't believe I'm actually going to say this, I am seriously considering going Intel. I really don't see that AMD have got a valid option now. You can pick up a 10100F for 75 quid, which is basically give or take the same as a 3100, which is at the moment £100, £105 here. You can pick up a H310 motherboard for around about 60 quid, whereas most of the AMD ones are a little bit more, 75, 80 or so. So you can get some tangible value out of Intel now. What is going on? What is going on with the world where you can say, yes, you can get tangible value from Intel processors? Something's seriously wrong somewhere. James Mislane says, blasphemer, blasphemous worm, unsubbed, Intel. Yeah, I know. Capture, so where's the real Mike? Has he been replaced by one of those aliens? If Intel works for you, awesome. That leaves more Ryzens for us. I think it's actually, I'm tempted to do a budget Intel build. I really am. The 10100F, 4 cores, 8 threads. I think turbo speeds out about 4.2. Base clock is about 2.7, but normally is in around about the 3.6, 3.7 margin, that kind of area. It's actually turning out to be quite a valid replacement for the 3100, which is getting to be very, very expensive.
Been smoking the devil's lettuce.
I have not been smoking the devil's lettuce. I have been having some of the devil's urine, the old Carlsberg. But yeah, I am seriously tempted to do an Intel build. And you know me, I'm an AMD guy.
Start the video saying that.
Yeah, I did start the stream saying that I'm an AMD fanboy, and I really am. But The Ryzen 3100 is rising in price all the time. And one of our dear friends of the channel, Dave Aitken, he was after a 3100 for his build project he's doing on a micro ATX build. And I kind of said, well, do you want to buy mine? He's like, well, how much do you want for it? I said, well, hang on, let me have a look, see what I paid for it. I was like, holy crap, I paid 95 quid for that. And they came out at what, 80? And I've had it a good few months. Incredible. So, anyway, yeah. Moving on from that. Well, Simon Arden says the 10100F is hard to get at a bargain price, stocked in 15-20% higher, so you might as well go non-F. Yeah, that's a very good point, very valid. Kev says, last week you nearly had a heart attack, and this week it looks like you're having a brain aneurysm. Yeah, it does feel like it. Gumbo says, I have a FX 8350. My sincerest condolences for you and your electricity bill. But VR experience is getting slowly worse. Should I go Intel? Really, you should do a build. I am tempted to. I am honestly tempted to. It would be interesting to do. If I can get it at a decent price, I will do it. I'll get a cheap-ass H310 board. I'll buy a cheapo Intel processor and give it a go. Now, the last time I did this is going on back a while now, was the, oh God, it's one of the Intel Pentium G series on a H110 board, I think it was. So it's been, yeah, it's been a long time since I've done an Intel build, and I was completely underwhelmed with that. Even trying to play Fortnite on it was a horrendous experience, but it was a G series Intel, so I think that was a dual core, dual thread. No, dual core with hyper-threading, so technically 4 cores-ish. So, yeah, things have definitely changed. 4 cores, 8 threads are going to make a big difference. Quinn Star says, Mike, how old are you? I am currently 40-something.
I've already split it.
How have you? The lower 40s.
The lower.
Ugly Bob says, rubbing Qlink intensifies. Yes. Mr. Kool-Aid says, hey, I'm trying to build a PC under 1K. Any tips? Depends where your 1K is from. If your 1K is from Canada, good luck. If your 1K is from the United States, you're in pretty good shape. And if you're in the UK, yeah, you should be able to do pretty well. If you're in the UK, actually, if you're in the US, I did this week, if you look back at some of the videos, we did a £1,000 PC, Xmas PC list. So if you go by that, you can't go too far wrong. Prices have changed, obviously, because Black Friday and everything's got more expensive. How does that even work? Hey-ho.
Hard life then, with your age.
Amber Samitharam Ambani says, hi, what do you think about Illuminati?
Can't really say. Can't
really say in a live stream because they're all listening and watching. So it's best not to say anything about them. Matthew Day says, some strange things when you look up the 10100F on Amazon UK. Yeah, try 3400G as well. We've done that before. Who else has got a question? Ugly Bob says they are all seeing and all powerful. Yes, and they're even on banknotes, I think.
I don't know about UK ones.
I'll have a look. I've not checked this on a banknote. Let's see if I've got any banknotes. Oh, I've got one. It's an older one. They used to be on here, didn't they?
I think that was Americans, wasn't it?
Might be on the American dollar. I see no... We've got a queen on there. That's the closest we get. Oh, you got a new one. It might be on the new one.
No, I don't think it is.
Look at that, there's two £20 notes, and we've actually got kids. That's incredible. Is there any all-seeing eye?
Yes, Kev, it is still illegal for at least another 6 months.
The all-seeing eye.
Use cash for everything. Keep cash going.
What do you think about new folding phones, and what is your favourite design? I don't like folding phones. I dislike them immensely. If you're getting a folding phone, you might as well just buy a laptop or an ultra portable. It's horrendous. James Miscellaneous says, Mike, you should have guests on the stream, like have Bob, then Aletta, then Qlink Tech Kev. Well, I've already put that out there, so if anybody wants to do a tandem live stream, I'm very, very willing to do that. We could interview Aletta. If Aletta ever manages to get her camera set up, we could actually interview Aletta and her water cooling.
And look in her box.
And look in Aletta's massive box of tricks. I think other viewers would appreciate looking into that.
What do we need in the comments to say who wants to look in her box?
Yeah, let us know in the chat if you want to take a look inside Aletta's box. Mosine Javid says, hey Mike, we meet again. Dave Bells put us some warning triangles for the Illuminati, I guess. Pierre Plays YouTube says, don't look into her box, you will go blind. It'll be like looking into the eye of the TARDIS, and you'll be possessed by the time thing.
I'm getting all behind and saying hi, I can't do it anymore.
Alessa says my box will not be on camera. Well, I don't know, I've done a few internet searches. Matthew Day says to me, folding phone means the screen on one half and the keys on the other. Oh, yeah, speaking of which, pass me the thing, Kath, the Tandy Doodar. This is the closest we come at the moment to having a folding phone.
It's retro.
This is retro AF. This is a very old school Tandy
personal organizer.
Appointment directory calendar. Calculator. My eyes are getting bad.
We were high tech.
This is what high tech was in the very, very early 90s. So probably around 91, 92. So this is kind of the same size actually. Not far off the size iPhone XR. Dun dun dun! Look at that. Marvel at the amount of buttons necessary to control stuff back in the day. So you have a approximately, I think it's about a 3-inch widescreen LCD display. Look at that. How cool is that? And all of that, and all that power, slip inside your pocket. So this was designed for making notes.
If you were a bit yuppie.
You could store telephone numbers if you were kind of like a yuppie, and mobile phones were starting to become kind of more popular, and people could not remember those long digit phone numbers. So rather than saying, oh, absent 5149, whatever it was, you'd now have like a million digits. And also people had multiple phones, so you can't remember all their numbers, so you'd need a file of fax or the digital version, which was this. And so you had a schedule, a calendar, memo, and telephone, and you had a secret section as well. So you press a password button and you can go in and have like a secret section as well. But this was really, really high tech, and file of faxes at the time were basically the size of like an encyclopedia. So like that leather bound big thing. People don't want to carry that around, so yeah, you could use these. It didn't have any way of uploading, and it has a wheel on the side, which I originally thought it was for volume, but then I realized there's no volume on it. So that is to control the brightness of the LCD screen, which is something that we haven't seen in a long, long while. Now, I did actually buy some batteries to see if I can get this up and running. So I was considering doing a video on it, but I don't know whether it's worth doing if it won't work, but that's going to be coming up. So we'll do a little bit of a retro rewind on that and have a look and see what it's all about. And go. I think at the time when we bought those, they were about £25, £30, which actually back in the early 90s, £30 was basically a week's wages for actually quite a lot of people. So yeah, pretty scary. Alexa says lots of buttons to push. I love it. Yeah.
And I had to carry my Tamagotchi with it.
Oh yeah, Tamagotchis as well.
You won me on the radio, didn't you?
Click Tech Kev says you should do some retro stuff, Mike. Kev is actually in the middle of doing some retro stuff. So do Ugly Bob says boobies. Yeah, everybody used to do that, didn't they? Type in on the calculator. Boobies, boobless. What was the other one? SH17, which kind of looked a bit like shit. Yeah.
Captain. I was going to call him Captain Morgan's Adventures.
Captain Meets Adventure says, Kath, what is the digital screen that keeps changing in front of Mike's PC? Is that good for the kids? Yeah, it's actually a Bluetooth speaker.
It's the same as.
It's the same as that bag we had on just now. And it does all the same sort of stuff. And it's ooh, that's quite warm. It's been charging for way too long. It's rechargeable little Divium speaker. So it's got a little bass port on the back. And you can go through, and there is a video on it. So you can go through, change different things. There's a menu, blah, blah, blah. You can go through, do things, play games on it. Tetris is on there. I do like the Tetris, actually. So, don't know if you can see that. So you can use the control buttons to play games on it. You get the general idea. Ooh. It's actually got an incredible speaker in here. It's really bassy. So you can stream your music through it and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got SD card on the side, so you can play music from SD card, charges on USB-C, and it's got a built-in battery as well, so you can just have it as a portable device, so take it out anywhere, leave it, do whatever you want with it, really. It's a pretty cool bit of kit. I like it. Saying, oh, Mike, you should have that on the display. It's really cool. I keep on forgetting, because I unbox stuff, then I rebox it, and it's like, oh, where did I put that? It's in here somewhere. We are getting a bit snowed under with stuff at the moment. It is a bit ridiculous. Hopefully we can sell some PCs towards the end. Oh no, the stream's gone. Did I break something? Oh dear. Are we still going? Hello? No. I think it was just because I moved the laptop. Yeah, it's buffering. No. Stream exploded. Are we back now? Is it working okay? We've got a green button there, so it says that we're streaming okay. We've dropped about 1,000 frames.
Yeah, we're in tier 3 internet restrictions.
Tier 3 internet restrictions. COVID restrictions are happening. I can't watch the thing. Yeah. Gone a bit choppy. All the excitement has stuttered the stream. Feed the hamster, not the pony.
Oh dear.
I think that's because I was discussing getting an Intel processor, and that's just like, yeah, jinx the stream. So, come on, let's have some questions. Let's have some really in-depth or intriguing questions that you guys want answered. Now, if your question is going to be, should I buy a Tomahawk B450 Max motherboard? You know what the answer is going to be to that already. Don't do it.
FLDS.
Yes.
Have you got it?
FLDS? No. What is that?
It's a person in chat.
I can't see FLDS. Oh, FLDS. I accidentally dropped an Intel i5 Haswell CPU from 1 meter height, more or less. It fell on the grey side of the CPU. Do you think it's still alive? Already upgraded to AMD 3600X. It might be alive. It might still. You might have actually been lucky. Intel chips generally tend to be a little bit more resilient because they don't have the pins on them. So it's an LGA chip rather than being a pin grid array. So you should be okay. Stream looking good? Good, 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 good. Did I see Dave Aiken then? No. Dave. Ooh. Matthew Day says, with the offers that are around at the moment, which would be the best smart platform to begin? The G word or the A word? So Google or Alexa. Well, actually, Alexa.
She won't hear us because she's upstairs.
Yeah, but theirs might.
Oh yeah.
The good people of Vuurland. Yeah, for those of you that got Amazon devices, whether you like it or not, you are currently being opted in to a scheme of basically internet sharing. So in their wisdom, they're setting up a thing called Streetwalk or Sidewalk or whatever they want to call it. So essentially, if you've got an Amazon Prime account, you can walk around, and if anyone has got a Amazon connected device, you can share your internet connection, or they can use your internet connection as a kind of... BT did a similar thing a long time ago. So if you had a BT internet account, people could latch onto your kind of guest network and that kind of thing. But they're trying to create this big mesh around the world, mostly in the US at the moment, Canada. Some people in the UK have reported having it as well. So for me, that throws up loads of errors, because it's not one of those things you have to opt into. It's basically you have to opt out. So it is a default thing. If you buy a new device now, then I think you get the option to opt out on setup. But if you've got your device already set up, then it basically will become a internet sharing hub for anyone who's walking past within Wi-Fi range. So yes, for that reason, mostly I would say go with the Google ecosystem. I personally use it in the home. I have had both, and I found that the Alexa is same with anything. Google did not get to be the most successful internet search engine for any other reason than actually it is a good search engine. Now, it may be slightly skewed, depending on your political bias, etc., but generally, I would guarantee you 9 times out of 10, if you type in a search phrase in Google, then type in the same one in Bing or Yahoo or any of the others, you will get a fantastic bunch of results from the Google search engine. Just the way it is. Kath saying, no.
It's more sensitive now.
Yeah, but for that side of things, but for general everyday people searching like what is the weather,
okay.
If you type in what is the weather in Google, you'll get a pretty good display. If you do it in Bing, you'll probably get offered a holiday or some other spyware type. Loads of times I've actually clicked on Bing links and it's been to like adware sites, and it's all these pop-ups have started everywhere, and it's like, really? In this day and age, and you're promoting this through ads? Are you off your head? Which is why I don't like using Edge or Bing, because it's crap. Horrible stuff. So yeah, tinfoil hats time stuff. So yeah, that is I would go with Google ecosystem, even though I'm on an Apple phone, and Apple stuff seems to kind of align more so with Amazon stuff, purely because I guess now that Google are kind of partnering with a lot of other companies such as Fitbit, which they're buying or have bought. Yeah, it depends which side you're on, really. I don't like the Amazon Bing or Blink cameras, all that kind of stuff. They seem to be quite overrated, and yeah, I don't like the ecosystem. I just don't like it. I don't think it works particularly well. It's very popular and a lot of people swear by it, but I generally prefer the Google system. It seems more open and works with a lot of stuff.
Sorry.
You said it again. And so hopefully that answers your question. Right, any more questions? Nana's Cooking Craft Corner says, I love Amazon. I do love it. Amazon for shopping is pretty decent. The Amazon, actually, that does explain a lot of it, because Amazon's search engine for shopping is horrendous. If you've used it a long time, you kind of get used to how shit it is. But if you go into eBay, their search engine is far, far better. Like a million times better. The shopping experience on Amazon isn't great, and they do tend to kind of steer you towards stuff they want you to buy rather than stuff you actually want to buy. Which is, I guess, what a shop is for. But being that they're probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest shopping company on the planet right now, you'd think they would do it a little bit better and give you better search results. Today is a good example. I'd searched for an ITX motherboard, which I want to buy an ITX motherboard for an AM4 processor. You'd think that'd be an easy thing to do, but you type in AM4 ITX, comes up with a list of basically micro ATX boards because of the keywords. So it doesn't really differentiate. It's just painful. It is painful. Click Tech Kev says, I do like the Morrisons shopping through Amazon. Yeah, that's pretty decent.
But I didn't like how they just took things off because they didn't have it.
Yeah.
But then that's because we have an autistic that will only eat certain foods.
Nana's Cooking Craft Corner. I've been getting loads of Christmas presents. Guys, girls, those who are undecided, if you are buying anything from Amazon, do us a favour. Go over to one of our videos, click on our Amazon affiliate link. It doesn't matter if you're buying that thing or not. Just any stuff you buy after that, we do get a slight commission on it. So it really does help to go towards supporting the channel, supporting me and Kath, and hopefully creating a much bigger and better channel for you all to enjoy. And loads of content. And there is loads of content, there is. And we are going to, I think we're at a position now where we might actually start doing, in the moment we do 6 videos a week, so we might take it up a notch and just do the full 7-day stretch. I know we always thought that the not doing a video on a Sunday was good, A, for me, because it gave me a little bit of time to kind of step back a little bit, even though realistically that doesn't happen, because when you do YouTube as a hobby or as a career, or it's just something that you have become addicted to and you can't stop, it does become your life. Literally, from the moment I get up in the morning, it is YouTube. Whether it's emails, answering questions, comments, researching products, reviewing footage, looking to see what the next big things are, checking the news, tech news, all that kind of stuff. It does become your life. And literally, I can get up quite easily in the morning, sit at my computer there, get up at sometime in the afternoon, yeah, and I can sit there and I can basically be there until I go to bed at like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. It does become all-encompassing. And it's not in a bad way, but you turn around and think, wow, where did the day go? Like, this is insane. And I've really struggled to actually disconnect. I guess because there's lockdown as well, you can't really go out and do anything. I'm furloughed from work, so I can't go and do a day's work. So literally every day is like Groundhog Day for me. It literally is Groundhog Day. So I get up, do my stuff, make a video, upload it, do the tags, do the thumbnails, blah, blah, blah. Go on to Discord, say hello to people, check the news, check out all that's going on. Come about midnight, have a quick game of Rocket League, go to bed, wake up, and do exactly the same thing again. And it's literally 7 days a week, which is kind of mad.
You have a little break on Saturday nights.
Saturday nights I have a little break for a couple of hours doing a live stream. Oh dear, yeah. Oh, Alexa says, I would use Mike's affiliate links, but too many things have huge shipping prices attached. You can use it for other countries, so you can use it for Amazon US. And they generally, I'm not sure what the shipping charges are. If you've got Amazon Prime, you should get free shipping with most things. But hey, just a thought.
But then I think Alette's out in the...
Alette's out in the sticks.
That's the one.
Stevie Elder says, less than 4 weeks to Christmas Day. We could do with suggestions for tech prezes. Well, come on. I've just spent an hour and a half. Tech prezes. Divoom speaker. Boom. Job done. That's the kids sorted out. Or even the older techie guys. If you've got kids at school, get them a backpack. It's only 100 quid. It's only money. And actually, in fairness, I don't make any commission on that at all. It's literally, it's not an affiliate gig or anything. Well, if you buy it through Amazon, we do get a small kickback, but if you buy it from Divoom, we don't get anything. We don't get paid for it. Literally, we review it. It's just a cool thing to do. Other presents, the Qlink is definitely worth looking at the moment. At half price, easy present to get for wife, partner, kids, relative, whatever. AirPods, yeah, tons of stuff.
Headbands, headsets.
Oh God, yeah, headsets. Headsets, there's loads of headsets. And actually, the good ones at the moment, those the Sharkoon ones. The Skiller SGH30 is really good. That's got a review coming up. Dorianti says, nah, avoid Amazon, support your local dealer. Now, the thing is with Amazon is, I get what you're saying there, shop local if you can, but a lot of local places now are saying, no, we're not going to serve you if you're not wearing a mask, or we won't serve you if you're using cash, or we won't serve you if it's after a certain time of day, or whatever it is, there's restrictions on it. So for me, that's a little bit off-putting,
And
if I'm completely honest, because I've got cash. I want to spend cash if I can. But also, as well, for Amazon, when you're buying from Amazon, you're not necessarily buying from Amazon. There are tons and tons of third-party suppliers which sell their stuff through Amazon. It's much like when people buy a Costa Coffee franchise, for example. People will boycott it. They're like, oh, it's a big franchise, I'm not going there. It's like, yeah, but some poor sod has put probably maybe 100K's worth of their life savings to run that place and to buy the franchise. And
it's a family business.
It's a family business, a mum and pop business, just with a franchisee's name on it. So, yes, I agree that you shouldn't really support these big monolithic companies, but also do remember that a lot of these big companies have subsidies or
they support the little
yeah,
people.
they support the little people as well, and also the little people work in those places as well.
It's like eBay's a big thing,
yeah.
but it's individuals.
Amazon itself is a massive employer here in Bristol because they've got a massive distribution centre in Avonmouth. So if you boycott them, you're boycotting their deliveries. So that means the delivery drivers are out of work. So I do get exactly what you mean. And yeah, do try and support your local stores, your mum and pop stores if you can. But also people got to make a living. So yeah, don't be too aggressive on the big companies because they do put a lot of people in work. And at the moment, with so many companies not able to work and not able to trade, you're not really doing yourself or the people that work there any favours. Excuse me. A little bit political, I do apologise, but it's just my opinion, and that's what you guys come here to the channel for. You take on board my opinion.
And also, like Matthew Dade says, got a local computer shop that's crap. We haven't got any local ones, which is what you buy mostly.
Yeah. Yeah, that is computer shop wise.
We've got smart computers.
Smart computers, which is our kind of nearest shop.
But that's in a different tier, so we can't go there.
They're in a different tier in lockdown, and it's actually quite far away. And to be completely honest with you, they're bloody expensive. Most things are about £20 to £30 dearer.
Not their fault,
just because of the way that life is, and they've got overheads, the shop. They obviously buy from certain companies, which are distribution agents, which get passed on. So everyone's got their money, their hand in your pocket. So it doesn't make sense for me to go and shop there, even if I could, because it's just way too expensive. Ultimately, it comes down to spending wisely. It's unfortunate, but unfortunately that is it. Nana Cooking Craft Corner. So Mike's unboxing reviews on how to. What did you get your wife for Christmas, lol? I know she is listening. She is. She's literally there. Not decided yet. I was thinking about Apple Watch SE because she's got a Fitbit and it's getting to the point where it barely works. And the Fitbit app is absolutely horrendous. Every single day you go into the Fitbit app. Do you want to buy a subscription? No, I just want to access my details. No, oh my God, what's going on?
Do you want to update for a small fee?
Do you want to pay for a small fee for a little update or to get some extras? No,
so
just
I've got to pay
tell
you
me.
To get my information.
So every single day, I've got to do it personally, Kath does as well. You go in, comes up, full page ad. No, not interested. Every single day. It won't be, if it's like once in a month or maybe, I don't know, every couple of months, something, fine, live with it. But every single day, nagware, not happy with it.
And pay to get your own data that you're giving them.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
And yeah, basically they're data mining everything anyway, so screw them. The only reason I got Fitbits originally because they were quite cheap and they were quite cool.
And I had
but
high heart rate.
The amount of problems that they cause as regard to not working, not syncing, screens dying, the manufacturer, the compatibility side of it is absolutely awful. So yeah, basically, if you're considering getting a Fitbit this year for Christmas for a loved one, please don't. Seriously, just don't do it. Hopefully, when Google buy them, they might actually improve things. Personally, I think that Google will do what they always do. They'll buy something and then basically scrap it and do something else altogether and just carry on with Android Wear or something. They are well known for doing that. Yeah. get an Apple Watch. It makes life so much easier. If you're on Android, then it's difficult, but
I'd quite like to go back to one that I wind up myself.
you can have one of those if you want. Simon Arden says, my question to Mike, your review of AWD, CCL, eBuyer and any others. Lol. That's a difficult one. They've all, in their own ways, each one of them has been pretty good at points, but also they've been crap as well. What did I get from AWD this week? Oh, that was the case, wasn't it? The Leanne Lee.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, the Leanne Lee 215 came from AWD, and actually that came through a day earlier than expected. Come through in good condition, no dings or marks in the box, which was good. Good price. Postage was a little bit expensive, but that was my choice. I could have gone for free postage and had it come through a few days later. So yeah, ultimately not too bad. CCL, ups and downs. I'm still waiting for them to rectify a fault with the GameX F15 case, which they still haven't, which upsets me quite a little bit. eBuyer,
paid extra for postage and it didn't come.
Paid extra for postage, got nothing.
And overclockers, we
don't
haven't really bought from them.
No, overclockers send us stuff, but we don't use them as such.
But they have been quick.
They have been, yeah. Matthew Day says there are some really cheap smartwatches. The GT08, DZ09 type. I've actually got, there's a shelf up there with 4 smartwatches on, which I've reviewed, and for various reasons, I find them hard to recommend over iWatch or Apple Watch. The Apple Watch for me is basically the pinnacle of the all-in-one watch. It does everything you want to do. It tells the time as well. Notifications come through amazing, brilliant all the time. The app ecosystem is great. It always works. I've never found an issue with it connecting with my device. Yeah, it's a great bit. And I've actually not put a screen protector or anything on this, and I have literally abused this thing. Putting my hand in PCs and rubbing it against the metal, the side pieces, mending bikes, etc. Doing DIY, bashing it around usual, getting it wet, and it basically still looks like brand new. Even the back of it still basically looks like brand new. The screen has got virtually, well, I can't see there's any marks on it at all. The only thing is a bit iffy is that there's a very, very slight wiggle in the band. Whether or not it's because the band's damaged or maybe I've actually wedged it a little bit, I don't know. But other than that, it's perfect. And it lasts for ages. The battery lasts like a good 5 days, even though I do charge it most nights anyway. So yeah, this isn't really an iPhone, Apple Watch review, but I definitely would, well, I bought one, didn't I? And I paid full rack for it as well.
And you put up with an iPhone for it.
Yeah, and I switched to iPhone purely so I could use this watch, which is ridiculous if you think about it, but it does work so well. Although, one thing I did notice is when I'm doing indoor running on the treadmill, it doesn't always pick up until probably about 5-10 minutes after I've started, which is a little bit annoying.
But have you turned the treadmill on by then?
But then I don't really go very fast on the treadmill. Robert Ortiz Jr. said, hello, my name is Robert. Is there any way I can get a free VR headset from someplace you know? No. Sorry.
We don't even have one.
Gaming with Cookie says, hey man, just wanted to say that you helped me installing my new CPU, so thank you so much. No worries. Oh, actually, I should mention about the giveaway, shouldn't I? Being that there's a few of you in watching, concurrent viewers, so there's going to be 2 giveaways running concurrently. So one of which is for the headset, which Kath's going to pass me over now. She loves it when I warn her these things. Other side.
Sorry, Daisy.
Go on, you can do it.
I got Daisy in the face.
There we go. So we're doing a giveaway for this. Cat hairs. A wireless rechargeable stereo TV headphone set, which is not focusing. If I get it there, it might be alright. You get the idea.
Down a bit.
Anyway, so if you're watching movies, this is going to be great at Christmas time. You can basically plug this into your TV. It doesn't interfere with your existing TV speakers if you don't want it to. So you can control the volume on the headset independently. Maybe if you've got someone who's a little bit hard of hearing and they're deaf as a post, you can have the TV on a normal volume level so you can all still chat in the room without being deafened, and give granny or granddad the set of headphones. So stick those on and you can listen to songs of praise or whatever it is you're watching. Quite a few stereotypes chucked in there, I do apologise. But anyway, so there's a giveaway for that. If you want to be entered into that, go over to our Discord chat. You don't have to join, I don't think, for that. You can just go to our Discord, go to the giveaways room and just click on the likey or smiley or thumbs up, one of the two. Just click on the reaction and basically you're entered into it. The actual draw for this will be approximately a week after the review goes out, so this should be live sometime next week. So we'll probably try and do it either in the next Saturday stream or the stream after. Yeah, so if you want to be involved with that, please do. This is actually retails for about 90 quid. So we'll send that to you. It is open worldwide, so all you need to do is click on the link in the Discord. So you can win that if you want to. The other thing is actually from Bob, Ugly Bob, or Uggs as he's known to us. He has decided to donate 2 Mike's Unboxing t-shirts to 2 lucky people, so he's going to pay for them. And 2 lucky people, well, I suppose you would call them lucky, will get a Mike's Unboxing t-shirt. So if you want to be in to win that, we're going to do one draw on Facebook. So we'll be putting a post on Facebook. So for those of you that use Facebook, you can enter there. For those of you who don't have Facebook, there will be also another page on our Discord. So you can go to the Discord, again, same deal. Go to the link, giveaways, find the giveaway, click on the emotion or emoticon or whatever the bloody hell they call them these days, and you'll be entered to win. Again, that will be drawn the week after.
So next Saturday.
So give you basically that should be live tomorrow. Maybe tonight, probably tomorrow. So if you want to be involved in those, look out for our Facebook posts on our Facebook group. If you want to join that, just facebook.com/Mike's Unboxing. And for the Discord, again, the links were in the video description. So if you want to be involved in that, get yourself a Mike's Unboxing t-shirt. And we'll send that again, that's worldwide. So don't matter, Bob's paying the shipping. Good on you, Bob.
Go on, Bob.
Hopefully it's someone who is in, like, I don't know, Mozambique or Iceland or something really expensive. So please, for our worldwide watchers, definitely get involved with this one. And let's see if we can rinse Bob.
Lisa Sue and I can box you.
Yeah, and for that we might even send Bob a set of Lisa Sue heels in the post for Christmas.
Blake Hyman.
Yes.
What do you recommend for someone who wants to start a tech channel?
Blake Thyman, what do you recommend for someone who wants to start a tech channel? That is a difficult one. I was kind of, I wouldn't say pushed. The way the channel got started was kind of navigated for us in some respects. For those of you who are new to the channel and don't really know me and Kath very well, Kath, a long time ago, was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, or FND, is it? It's kind of thing. It's basically a neurological disorder. So at that point, we were both working full-time jobs, and it was kind of like, well, we definitely can't be doing this long-term, and hopefully we can carry on as we're doing, but potentially Kath's condition could get worse and I may end up being a full-time carer or kind of assistant around the house, that kind of thing. So we needed to work on something where we could work from home, do something we actually enjoyed doing, and something that we were both able to do and get involved with, but also obviously taking into consideration Kath's potential health issues. So that kind of, I always wanted to do, actually years and years ago when QVC used to be on TV, I always thought to myself back then, I'd love to do that if I wasn't such a dipshit and lived in London, that kind of stuff. It always appealed to me. I always watched what they did and thought, oh, that's pretty cool, that's quite enjoyable. And I used to like watching it. So as YouTube kind of developed and the kind of ideas were going in my head, I So, well, why don't I do it? I'll give it a go. Everyone's doing it nowadays, everyone's getting involved, so I'll give it a try. And that was it, essentially. So having that kind of kick up the backside of, there is a reason why I'm doing this, that is what essentially you need. If you're starting a YouTube channel, there's a couple of things you need. First is you need to get over yourself. Any preconceptions you've got about yourself being cool or whatever, forget them, because at some point people are going to realize who you are, what you like, and what you're about. So you're just a human being like everybody else. You might as well just show it. It's a lot easier than trying to be someone you're not. The second thing is your why. Why are you starting a channel? If you just say, I love tech, that's great, but is it enough? I love tech, but it isn't necessarily enough to make me get up in the morning and do all the hard work that YouTube entails and do 2-hour live streams every Saturday. That isn't enough for a lot of people. If you enjoy it, then yeah, fine, whatever. Which is why you find a lot of people have got tech channels and they maybe do a video every month or whatever, because they've got other busy things which take priority. Now for us, the priority was making sure that we had a kind of business or some kind of income stream which could support us when we couldn't work. So that is why basically this is kind of like a race against the clock to grow the channel as much as possibly can. Well, we can, if that makes sense. So you got to have your passion, you got to have your reason why, and you've got to be committed. You've got to be committed. If you're starting a channel and you're just doing a couple of videos, you will get zero growth, and you'll get disappointed and you'll call it a day. So you need those three things. You need the motivation, you need your why, and you've got to be really committed to doing it.
And Kev says you need very thick skin.
Yeah, you do need thick skin as well. Very thick skin, because people will take the piss out of you relentlessly. They will, anything you say wrong or incorrect, you will get it in the neck. And it's in a public forum, so as soon as something like that comes up, people jump on it. So like today, I was like, someone said, oh, I didn't know Jeff Bezos made YouTube videos. And it's like,
I wish I had his wallet rather than his
it's kind of insulting, but kind of not insulting at the same time. So you have to take it as it is. And some people just are damn right rude and say, oh, you're a dick, you don't know what you're talking about. If you did this, this, and this, things would be much better. So you have to kind of learn to take those comments and just take them for what they are. People will always have their opinions, and in a public forum, people will quite often say to you things that they would never dream of saying to your face. So in real life, if you're one of those people where people are a little bit cautious around you and won't really argue with you because they don't want the confrontation, when you're online, in an online forum, yeah, all bets are off and they will go for the jugular every single time. So yeah. There are some of my recommendations and reasons why you should and shouldn't do.
To eat them.
Excuse me.
Do you want another beer?
Yes, please. Yeah, Kev, you do. Tom Beeston, was it?
Yeah.
My question is, do you have AirPods Pro? And if so, is it worth spending the extra money on them? Or should I buy normal ones? AirPods versus AirPods Pro is a tricky one. AirPods Pro definitely sound better. I find that if you're out and about walking around, regular AirPods, you do tend to get whistling in your ears because they don't have those kind of rubber gummy bits to block out the ear canal. So for me, AirPods Pro are better in a windy environment, but I actually prefer the usage and the weight and the actual feel of the normal ones. So if you're mostly indoors or in a relatively low wind area, go with the standard AirPods. If you're out and about, maybe on a bike, riding or walking through a park, or you go walking, hiking, that kind of thing, where there's lots of air, lots of wind, then I'd probably go for the Pro. John Sullivan says, funny, I would have said more like Jimmy Carr without the hair, or Paddy McGuinness.
Oh, I think Christine...
Take me out!
Is it Christine McGuinness? She's like proper nice looking, isn't she?
I don't know.
Get your picture.
Jean says, I used to be a chat monitor for a couple of sites on web. I'm very thick skin. You need to be. Gary says, you do a great job. Be yourself. That is why we tune in. Thank you very much. Christ almighty. What kind of knocks on that? Who's that?
That's his wife.
Who? Paddy McGuinness's wife?
Yeah.
She looks a bit like you.
Oh. You really need to get to Specsavers. Have you got your
Beer goggles. Yeah. Ugly Bob says, Aletta Liano, I'm in another country and I still wouldn't say anything nasty about you. That's the best way to be. Always treat people online like you'd expect to be treated yourself in real life. That's always been something I've tried to stick by. Alex says, how's your day? Not bad.
Blake's plans.
Actually, that's Blake says, sorry, Kev says back to Blake, it's very worthwhile. I've learned a lot about myself doing it. That is one of the things you do. You will learn things about yourself that you didn't know. You'll learn your strengths. You'll definitely learn your weaknesses. And
you'll too many phrases.
Yeah. You'll know definitely when you say the wrong thing too many times. Like today I said,
or whatever the case may be.
Or whatever the case may be. I said that about 6 times, like on the bounce almost. And you realise that you get these little kind of things that just stick in your head. Anyway, yeah.
But we've got a section in our Discord for...
Yeah, for anyone who's, if you're a creative type or you're planning on becoming a creative type, there is a section on our Discord for content creators, so you can join in with that and, yeah, discuss various bits and pieces. Stuart Cleary. Stuart did send me the strangest thing today on Facebook Messenger and CAF. It was quite strange, but enjoyable. So thanks, Stuart. Appreciate that.
Love snow angels.
And Stuart says, thanks for all the honest and helpful advice, Mike and CAF. You're very welcome. Thank you for the super chat. It's awesome. Gary Siaka says, Kerry Holzman hasn't learned a thing. Do you know what? I don't know. I think it's difficult to tell what someone else is thinking, but recently I think Kerry Holzman's had a little bit of a kind of reflection of some sort, or some sign that he's looked back at himself, and I think he's changed in the last couple of weeks. I think he's realised a few things. I'm not entirely convinced, but I think he might be having some kind of awakening, I would say. James Miscellaneous says Mike's learned that he says cooler instead of cooler. That is the cooler. I can't say it any different, god damn it. I'm Bristolian, don't mock me. And that he has sausage fingers and hates fan clips. The sausage fingers I kind of realised beforehand. Jean says you have a Facebook page? Yes. Michael, I'm going to punch you in a minute. Anger is something that you have to contend with, also being a YouTube creator.
And having kids.
And having kids, yeah.
Even though he's not our kid.
Matthew Day says you should make the Divoom Scroll Mike's unboxing. It did. It does. I have got that set up on it. Let's see.
The real Cynthia says, why the fake accent?
Why the fake accent? It's not a fake accent.
Unfortunately, it's real. He's from Bristol, lol.
That's racist. I can't believe they're being racist to me on my own thing. Bloody hell. We're joking. Dear two lights connected. Where are we? Discover animation. Oh no. It was on here. Right, let's do it. Mike's unboxing. You can join today.
Don't think you're allowed to do that.
I don't think you are. Done. Play. There we go.
Oh, sorry, Matthew Day.
Says Mike's unboxing now. How's about that? Lovely, lovely. Jangle, jangle, jewellery. Oh dear. Right.
you actually stream from Horseman's basement and you're getting Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, it's Stockholm syndrome. Kerry has me. Send help. Why the fake accent? Unbelievable.
Do you think we'd fake that?
Oh my god, I'm like Bristolian or something or nothing? Matthew D says, "Are you bleeping? I'm looking around suspiciously on my microwave." No, it's those
It's just the way his trousers hang.
dipsticks.
Like flamey.
Kenny D says, "Mike's unboxing reviews and how to. I have a Ryzen 5 1600 and want to upgrade to a Ryzen 5 3600 or Ryzen 7 2700X, which would be better for gaming at 1080p, 144 Hz, light video editing and streaming." That's a bit tough one. Actually, Ryzen 7 would be better for streaming and for video editing, but for raw performance and instructions per clock, the 3600 definitely takes it. They do kind of trade blows, if I'm completely honest with you. So, saying that, the Ryzen 5 3600 really traded blows with the Ryzen 7 1700X as well. I did find when I upgraded from the 1700X to the 3600, there's some things which were better, some things which were slower, but realistically, most of those processors around that kind of level, you're not going to notice a particular difference. And I wouldn't say it's particularly bad at either of the particular activities. Peter Plays says, "Blink twice if you're not okay." I'm not okay. Help. 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 Send help. Yeah, I would, pricing wise at the moment, Kenny, I would go with the 2700X, which can be picked up for around about 150, 160, which compared with the £200 3600 in the UK, I think that really answers it for me. Jay Jones says, "Mike, if you had to pick for a Ryzen 9 CPU cooler out of Noctua NHD 15 SE AM4 or Arctic Freezer 2 240, which would you go for, please?" I'd go for the Noctua. It's I feel bad saying that because Arctic have been really good to us, but so have Noctua as well. So I can't really say that I favour either one of them unfairly. The Freezer 2 240 for me, the initial version which I had, or still have rather, I found a few issues with it with the pump head where the connector on the bottom used to come loose and it used to send the RPMs going crazy. Also, I found that the pipe work was a little bit too long, which again is not really a big thing, but it is a pain in the ass. And the actual look of it, the actual pipework, I don't like the pipework with the braiding on there with that kind of silvery gunmetal grey and the white slots on it. I don't know why they did that. I don't know what the decision was behind that. It does work extremely well, don't get me wrong, and for ease of use and simplicity and all that, it's pretty darn good. But for roughly the same money, the NHD 15, I've got one waiting to go onto my Ryzen 9 3900X, which is going to replace in my NHU 12S. I'm pretty confident that it's going to be a very, very easy installation. Those Securefirm mountings on the Noctua system are really, really easy to work with. That was one of the downsides of some of the other coolers, especially Arctic ones as well. Transline's getting to fit the backplate thing situation is just, it's hideous. And I don't like as well with the Arctic pipes as well, when you're trying to actually mount the pump on the processor, because the pipe work is quite stiff and rigid, it's difficult to actually get it to fit on properly. So you need like 3 or 4 hands to actually do it. So installation wise, the Noctua is definitely going to take it. And also you don't have to worry about potential things like leakage or anything like that. So for me, Noctua air coolers are going to get it. You could probably get away with an eSport 34 as well, a Duo. That would probably do a very good job also. You might run into some slightly higher temps under full load, Cinebench runs, that kind of stuff. But other than that, it'd be fine.
Even Daisy looks pretty relaxed. He was in the box and she was there to start with. Then he went out. Okay.
Aletta says between 3600 or 27X, go for the more cores. Yeah, I'd be tempted to agree. Ugly Bob says pipe work's a little bit too long, ladies. Irie Wolfman says, I went for the Arctic as the Noctua would not fit in my build. The Noctua does need a little bit of room. Let's not, it's not an insignificant amount of room either. It is a big old chunk. Although saying that, I would say the NHU12S has been extremely good. It is a slightly more expensive unit, and it's arguably similar performance to things like the Gelid Phantom Black, which actually is really good value for money at the moment. That's one of the few coolers on the market which actually hasn't had a massive price jack, so that's definitely worth looking at for the Gelid Phantom Black. Coolers. I have to stop saying bloody coolers now. I have to think of another word. So if there's any pausing and I'm doing videos, it's because of you, James Miscellaneous. God damn you.
Coolers.
Skystalker says Noctua is the premium brand. I've used several of their coolers, but in my personal build, I use Be Quiet. I'm actually yet to try a Be Quiet cooler, I think.
You had a power supply, didn't you? And a case.
I've had a power supply and I've had a Be Quiet case. I've had some fans, but I've not had a cooler.
Qlink.
Slick Nick FN says, can you make a tutorial on how to update the BIOS on B450 for people who are upgrading? So not BIOS flashback, M flash through the BIOS. Yeah, I've actually done quite a few of those already. If you look for, I'm trying to think which boards I did. If you look for the ASRock B450 Pro 4, I've done flashes on those. I've done it on the Steel Legend as well. I'll see if I can find some links and stick them in the chat very shortly. Dorianti says, Mike, the Noctua is good, but you do need to have the case clearance with it. Yeah, it is. I think at the moment in the Lian Li 215 and also the F15, I think we have roughly about 165 mil, 166 mil of clearance. Actually, it should say on the side. Oh, no, it doesn't. That was the problem I had with the Corsair, the A500. I still haven't found a case that fits in yet. It might still end up going in the X465, possibly. Ooh, Nick TS, hello Mike, I bought a 8-pin GPU and my PSU only has two 6-pin connectors. How can I connect it? You can get an adapter which will convert 6 to 8-pin. It's not ideal, but it will get the job done. Irie Wolfman says, Mike says, don't update your BIOS. Yes, don't update your BIOS unless you really, really need to. If you need to, make sure you actually do need to, because you probably don't. Francesco says, hi Mike, is it in your experience normal that AMD Master reports in idle frequencies around 600 MHz per core, while hardware info in idle reports something around 3700 per core? Yeah, I actually noticed that today, that hardware monitor, which is different from hardware info, does report the idle speeds of the Ryzen 3000 series as being about 3700 per core, then boosting up to like 4.6 or something. So yes, that does seem completely normal. For God's sake. Skystalker says, in my experience, the Be Quiet cases are not as great. The coolers seem to work well though. Yeah. Does a one cooler also work? Potentially. Alexa says, if only everyone on the stream could get together for a face-to-face chat and a beer, that would be epic. Alexa, that is what we do after the stream. So as soon as we finish this stream, while I'm packing with stuff away, I normally put the laptop on, go into our Discord chat and go in there, turn on the mic, turn on the webcam, and you get... sometimes you actually get some real nutters come into the chat. It's amazing.
I go on there.
Kath even comes in there, so if you want to see what Kath looks like, be aware that it's
It's frightening.
Scary, scary stuff.
Pierre gets me to put moustaches on.
Pierre comes in and we all stick moustaches on in honour of her French heritage. It's all good fun. You should definitely join us. Where are we? Gene says, had to update my BIOS to accept the RAM. Yeah, that is often the case actually. Quite often a BIOS update will allow you to have better RAM compatibility. That's often an addition. Pierre Play says, you look fab, Kath. We love Kath, says Skystalker. And Qlink Kev says, I've got my black electrical tape ready.
We did.
Bizarre 606 says, hi Churchill. Wonder who that is.
But it's above, it says they want you to show some skin, baby.
Show some skin, baby. Bizarre 606. I have to work out who that is now. John Gore says hi. Alan, the Brighton allotment guy, says, I'm building my first PC in January. The RGB fans arrived today. Awesome stuff. Just need to order the rest of the stuff. Well, if you want any help or advice with that, feel free to join us on our Discord. That is what it's there for. Qlink Kev says, Kath is fit. Aletta says, no camera or mic, so I'd have to chat. Got you. You can loiter. You'll be allowed. J. Aaron Thomas, most highest child. How can I hack into my iPad mini for free internet? I honestly do not know the answer to that one. I'm sure if you search hard enough on the internet, there is going to be someone who's going to answer that question for you. I haven't actually had an iPad. I don't think, I've never had an iPad, have I? Kath?
No, any Georges.
Yeah, it's one of the things that I've never had. Gary says, I just bought an AIO for my sister. Nice one. Slick Nick FN says, how much better is the 5600X over the i9 9900K, or is it? I don't know. There's conflicting reports there with people having various results with the 5600. It does seem to run particularly warm, but they say that that is by design. So people are getting a little bit panicky about it getting into the 90s and 95 degrees under full loads, which apparently it is supposed to do. So I don't know. Some people that would be a bit of a red flag. Gene says, I have a new PC build sitting next to me, so a couple more parts and we'll start using it. Skystalker says, I have to say the Discord crew for Mike's Unboxing is flipping awesome. Honestly, join. Thank you. J. Aaron Thomas, most highest child, says, thanks Mike, your bald head is a good look. Not everyone can rock it like you can. Thank you, brother. Thanks, Bob. Darren, I would say for the X570 Aorus Master and the 5950X, what speed of RAM 64 gig would be optimal? 3600 CL16 or 4000 CL18? Big love from Canada to you and the fam. Well, thanks, Darren, first of all. That's a tricky one. You will see some improvements with the higher frequency, but it's not a massive jump between 3600 and 4000. So I'd be tempted to probably go with the CL16 3600 kit, possibly. Although you might be able to get the 4000 kit down to CL16 anyway. Who knows? Depends what brand you get. Either are going to be fine. Realistically, unless you're benchmarking, you're unlikely to notice it. Flick says 465X or 4000D airflow, can't decide. I'd probably go with the 4000D. I quite like the look of that. The front looks really nice. Although, having said that, the 465X does look very nice also. It's got a very distinct look to it. So, I don't know.
You haven't much help.
Yeah, I know, I'm useless, aren't I? JR and Thomas, most high child, says, I'm balding, so I feel the struggle. To be honest with you, the struggle, I lived with the struggle for so long with like just this like stubbly shit going on, and it just looked awful. Literally, I got to the point where I was kind of like, it was mostly in this centre section, so I kind of have bits which were growing around here, and I kind of push it in together, like to try and make it meet in the middle. And
then spread it out on the sides as well.
Yeah, and like just mess around with it, and it's like I could only see the front really, so
It took longer to get rid
whatever
of
was going on in the background was like, wow, that's like, why are you even worrying about the front? Look at the back. So
because people took photos and posted on Facebook.
If it wasn't for someone showing a photo, I'd have never known. I'd be like, shit, who's that? And I lived with that for ages, and it's like, it got to the point where it was ridiculous. I even actually got worried about having to go in the rain because my hair would all go thin or thinner. It's like, seriously, what is wrong with you? You're a bloke, just get over it, it's done. And actually it was really helpful because Skull Shaver said, hey, would you like to try our shaver? And I was like, well, I've actually been using clippers for a while, so yeah, what the hell, give it a try. I haven't looked back since. I really do enjoy using that. I use it probably every other day, sometimes a bit lazy, a bit more than that, but it's actually really good. And it's
no bits anyway.
Feels pretty good. Yeah, the bits don't go everywhere actually. That's one thing I used to always notice with using clippers or some other shavers. You shave your head and you got all the stuff all over your shirt and you'd be going through the day kind of itching. And I don't do that at all. So if you are getting to the point where you are severely follically challenged and you just want to get over that altogether, get a skull shaver. Highly, highly recommended. And it's great because you can swap the heads out, do your face and then put the other one on to do your head. It's all good. Definitely recommend it. I know they've said that. I know they've sent me that free of charge, but I'm under no obligation to say that at all. If I thought it was crap, I'm quite within my rights to say that. So I've got no, what's the word? Basically, they're not telling me I have to say anything. So that is my honest opinion.
You just sent it.
And I wouldn't use it every day if I didn't, well, every other day if I didn't like using it.
You did get sent another one, didn't you, as well? But you don't.
I did, yeah. Ivory Wolfman says, why don't you shave your eyebrows too?
You did have that trend.
That's the only hair I got. I might just have a little line in it so I can pretend like I'm some
years ago, didn't you?
hard nut.
You've got no affiliation with them.
Yeah, no affiliation, that's the one. Yeah, thank you, Jefferson. Bless you. Click Tech Kev says, Duncan Goodhue laughed my ass off. Yeah. There's something really, really scary about somebody with no eyebrows. It doesn't look right. Now, my eyebrows are massive and quite bushy and all that stuff, but I think I'd rather live with that than have none at all. It just looks really weird and it makes you look like you're really ill, which is the last thing that people want these days. You don't want to turn on the internet and look at some screen and see some guy who looks like he's kind of not knocking. You don't want to be seeing that. So, yeah, they're staying for now. Okay, I didn't realise what the time was. It's 20 past 11, so we've been rocking on, and it looks like some of the viewers are dropping off now, so probably a good idea to call this a night. So definitely, if you want to get involved with any of the giveaways, go over to our Discord. Again, Kath will be posting on Facebook tomorrow on our Facebook group, so if you want to get involved, get yourself a nice free t-shirt, courtesy of Ugly Bob, then feel free to do so. Also, they've got a giveaway for the headset as well, so if you want to get involved with that, again, on a Discord only for that one. We're not doing that on Facebook, that is Discord only. It doesn't cost you anything to become a member. You don't even have to come in and say hello if you don't want to. Just go in there, click on the giveaways and just like it.
We would
it's
do it
fine.
from the comments from here, but we can't contact you.
We would genuinely love to be able to do it from within YouTube, but unfortunately they don't have a facility that is reliable and resilient enough to actually allow you to reach out to people and know that it's actually the person. You can fake an account extremely easily, and we have experienced it already, so that is the reason why we don't do it directly from here.
We would love to.
We probably will do the giveaways live in the YouTube app or in the live stream, so there's no like funny business going on. Yeah. We will do it live, so yeah, there's not going to be any funny business, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think that's pretty much going to wrap things up. So hopefully you've had a relatively entertaining evening with us, and for those of you who haven't managed to answer your questions, feel free to join us on our Discord and you can ask away. If you're thinking of setting up a YouTube channel, again, I'm all ears, I'll give you all the help I can. And if you've got any kind of mental issues or maybe just struggling a little bit at the moment, please do reach out to us, reach out to someone. Just go into the mental health channel in our Discord. You don't have to say your name. You can just go in there anonymously if you want to. Have a chat. That's what we're there for. Help you guys out. Awesome. Thank you all for the super chats and all that kind of stuff. Thank you all for taking part as you do on a Saturday night, for all the regulars, etc. And thank you for all the newbies who've come along. Thank you for helping us get our way towards 50k subscribers, which is completely unthinkable, but it does seem like it's going to be a reality to happen this year. Shocking. So if you want to carry on
this year, January.
Oh yeah, by the end of our financial year thing.
Yeah, our YouTube year.
So if you want to get involved and you want to have a chat with us after the stream, hop over to our Discord. You can jump into the chat there. Again, we would respect that you obviously follow by the rules of the Discord and make sure you've got your microphone on, all that kind of stuff. You get the drill. So, thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll see you in the very next video. Thanks for watching. Oh, this is always, I always get the end bit. Do you want to end the stream? Yes, I do. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great evening, at least what's left of it, and we'll see you next week.